So, who wins during times of massive change? When there's like a paradigm shift or when there's like a changing world order? And I think it's the people who have a vision, who have clarity, who lead. During times of peace, like stability, you want to be a person who's diligent, right? Dedicated. But during times of chaos, upheaval, the people who win, right? And winning could mean a lot of things, but the people who outcompete everyone else, it's really the people who have a vision, right? So clarity. They have cohesion, so they know how to work together, and they have a purpose, a meaning behind it. Those are the people who win during times of upheaval. So, for example, during the Industrial Revolution, right? Well, how did Britain win, right? Because there were other countries that actually had proto-industrial technology before Britain did, right? For example, China. China could have industrialized earlier than Britain, perhaps, right? They had some of the key technologies like metallurgy, um, like other things before Britain. Of course, Britain, there's a lot of reasons. One of the reasons Britain industrialized the first is because of coal, right? Britain had a lot of coal that was easy to access, right? Britain was one of the first countries to pass the Clean Air Act. That was like 1300s, right? And that's because people were burning coal in their villages in Britain so long, since very long ago. Um, or for example, with colonialism, right? In the age of exploration, right? China had Zhang, Zhanghe's fleet, right? The Ming Dynasty fleet, right? Which went all over Asia, Africa. China could have colonized the Americas, right? They had the technology, but why didn't they? So it's not just having the technology, right? The know-how, but it's also having the vision, right? So what you actually want to do, right? So clarity. And it's also having cohesion, right? So the society as a whole has to work together. And because of that, right? So who wins during chaotic, turbulent times? It's always the people. It's not just having the technology, right? It's not just being the first mover. There is a first mover advantage, but it's also being the first one to scale it up through your entire society, right? It's not just being first, but it's the first who scales it, right? That's the person, the group, the organization, the society, the culture, the country that wins, right? That outcompetes everyone else.